Welcome to the Human Design Rave Festival 2025.
Okay, so Human Design Rave Festival 2025. We are approaching the new cycle, the new beginning, and today we're meeting with Elena, who is a part of the faculty of HDS. And we just had a talk before starting recording, and discovered that Elena, you just went in your own process, yeah, upgraded your own process with human design, became a rave sociologist. Last year, you shared incredible journey with us, taking us to the dream rave and showed all these realms with the dreams. And this year, it's something more maybe material is the way, more 3D oriented. Yeah, that can you share a little bit what rave sociology is? What is your journey with it? How did you come to it? And yeah, what's your story with that?
Well, Rave Sociology can be, in a way, called sort of new science, and it was one of the latest courses that Ra taught, but he didn't finish it because he passed away. So he taught only the first semester, and it was up to Dr. Andrea Rakel-Wolf and Alcanan Diaz to finish the other two semesters. And as far as I know, this term, sociology, was proposed by Dr. Andrea Rakel-Wolf, who is currently teaching this course at IHDS. And this course is about the sociology of human beings and how they can integrate in the current society and find their place where they can fulfill themselves and find success and satisfaction and peace. But this is more relative to really finding their place in society and finding the way how they can survive and navigate on the material plane. So it can be in a way called a little bit of a business realm, a little bit of societal realm, but from my perspective, it's quite practical because it embraces many other areas like small group penta, OC16, Y, even gene pool, and a healthy and correct look at your variables, at how you sleep, your dream rave, but again, from the perspective of rave sociology. And when I was looking at this course, it took me a couple of months. I didn't really know whether I would be great at it, whether I could integrate it, but I was endlessly pulled towards this course. And finally, when I enrolled, I didn't regret it because it was interesting. On the one hand, I cannot say I learned many new things. Yet I did learn new things, but the perspective, approach, and the way of how this information was laid by the teacher, it was for me something new and even revolutionary because it happened, the practice that I had in this course happened in the time when I was given the lecture at the Rave Festival. And after this lecture, Dr. Andrea Rakel-Wolf asked me if I had any experience with giving public lectures with human design. And I said yes. And at the beginning, she said that Dream Rave was her foster child. And after that, Rave Sociology course was her foster child. And for me, it's a sort of signpost because the first lecture I gave was on Dream Rave. Now I'm offered something that has to do with Rave Sociology. And when I was taking lectures, when I was practicing, when I was preparing presentations for my practice, I was thrilled, I was inspired, I was absorbing this information because she also gave us a Ra's perspective and her own perspective. And she shared with us experiences and her observations. And when I got my certificate, I said, wow, I did it. So
Mm.
this was my journey.
I
Not to mention that I
know.
met amazing people who became my friends.
So, guys, human design is indeed personal journey, and of course, we can look at how it works when we're in partnerships and in small groups and bigger groups. But here we go one step further, and also we're gonna bring with Elena more dynamic type of workshop this time with real experiments. So you're really welcome to join us on this edition of the festival 2025 in January from the 18th to the 21st. And if you want to not miss her previous lecture on the Dream Rave, you still can find it on our website as a recording. And you're more than welcome to dive into that subject and share this knowledge because Elena did a wonderful job on presenting it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow, that is exciting because as far as I know, there's not much experiment that is happening on the bigger level, if at all, with groups online with human design. So can you share just a couple of words how you? I know we just started cooking it and talking about it, but what would be your vision? What people can expect, yeah, what we can expect from this experiential part of Rave Sociology.
Well, ideally is if the group meets in aura, so that the type can interact with the type, and so that everyone could feel the energies coming from, for instance, pentapillars or activations and channels from OC16, and how they can, how it feels, how differently it can feel when you meet these people in aura. When we are online, we can only sort of imagine how it can be, but not feel in the aura. And if we arrange a group online, we can at least let them know who they are in terms of types. And if they know the charts of themselves and of the others, we can play with this information, because if you have a channel from Penta, you can feel great in a Penta. If you have a channel from a C16 but not in a Penta, you can feel like Penta is limiting you, is confining you. You feel tight, you want to expand, you want to find your place in a bigger group. And this is something that can also be beneficial and practical to people to know.
What if you have both?
It will depend, and first of all, it will be up to your strategy and authority. If you respond to spend some time in a Penta just for experiential something is great, then you can respond to move on and to find your place in a bigger group. And then you may want to build your, I don't know, little empire on your own, or find the right partner, or respond to a right partner. It depends on what exactly you have and what you respond to, but the first step is strategy and authority.
You also mentioned gene pool. Can you please elaborate a little bit? We know that OC16, as the name suggests, starts from 9-10 people and up. But
Up to
when are we
16.
talking about gene pool?
Gene pool is a group of 81 people, and it can be a beginning of like a nation. But I don't have much experience in analyzing the gene pool. But gene pool, well, we start with a penta. Penta starts with 3 people and up to 5. Then we build an OC16 that consists of 3 pentas and 1 alpha leader, and then we expand to an OC16. But OC16 consists of a few. No, gene pool consists of a few OC16 groups. Like I said, this is currently all I can share because I'm not a big expert in that, and I need to review this information. I don't have experience with this, with the gene pool.
Yeah, apparently, because we don't have such huge experiential and experimental grounds in the human design system, but that's why we're holding festivals like that to grow our gene pool so we can have more experiments.
Yeah, I don't think anybody on this planet has a conscious experience with creating a conscious gene pool ever.
Yes.
Hopefully one day.
Yes, because human design is about one person at a time, and how can you find 81 people with whom you will first work one person at a time and then grow them into a conscious penta, and then into a conscious OC16, and then into a gene pool. I don't think we have a conscious penta right now on the plane. At least not in a physical space. I didn't meet them. Perhaps they exist.
Well, for conscious penta, you have to know also the level of the base. Yeah, so you have all the
Yes.
bases. Let's start with that. How many people really
Yes.
know their base data? So
Yes.
indeed.
Which means exact birth hour to the minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, gene pool, it's such a huge thing, guys. And as the name suggests, it's practically a group of people enough to have enough diversity. So there is different genes combination. So it's like a gene pool you can extract data from. So that's really interesting. We're really looking forward to hear what you have to say and what you're going to cook for us to consume.
I'll see where my
In
muse
January.
will take me.
And especially to be a part of that experiment. I'm personally looking forward at that process on every possible level. So yeah.
Let's see.
Thank you for agreeing to be part of our festival. And
Thank you for inviting me.
yeah, and hope you guys join and benefit and grow with us, with Human Design System, and in your self-love.
Yeah.
So now that we have your attention, don't forget to secure your spot on the festival. Already we started with super early bird, which is only for 3 days. So hurry up, take your place, be part of it. It's going to be great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Elena, for spending a moment with us, and see you very soon.
Thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your week.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Human Design Rave Festival 2025. Get your ticket now.